YouTube, Spad back with another video. This one's going to be another quick one. And, it's early. It's 5:07 in the morning. My day usually starts about 3:30 in the morning. I give my father a bath. And then from there, it usually takes about 30 minutes. And 4 o'clock to like 5 o'clock, I get my meditation on. And so I had an insight that I wanted to basically bring up with you guys, and that's the struggles of meditation. Some of the struggles that I've dealt with. So as I said in my last video, I'm on the verge of losing my 14-year career. However, it's not affecting me as it would affect the normal person. So I want to let you guys know that I'm not devoid of my own struggles. I also deal with them as well. And this will probably tear somebody apart, knowing that, all you really were trying to do is help your father who has a mental illness, a pretty serious one. So I'm not allowing it to affect me in that way. So I feel that if I can bring that to you guys' attention, that whatever problems that you're dealing with, it could be potentially be worse, or maybe not as worse, that you can also beat these struggles as well. So one of the things I noticed is when I gave a tutorial on how to do just a mindful meditation, also awareness meditation. And what I like to practice is awareness meditation, which, essentially you just allow whatever sensations arise, even thoughts, and you don't, immerse yourself with it. The problem that or at least one of the struggles that I have is I don't necessarily have a problem with getting into the senses that arise, but I do still get lost in thought. And the problem with getting lost in thought is they say it's okay to get lost in thought, just don't attach or retrain your attention somewhere else. But when you get lost in thought, the emotional damage gets done, and then it also causes the thought to repeat even after you're aware of it. You can be aware of the concept that just a thought, but nevertheless it's still real to you. And I'll give you an analogy for anybody out there who's a big gamer or book reader or a TV show watcher. For me, I used to be a big gamer, and I would create like a character or a character that's given, and if I'm fully immersed into the character and I'm trying to beat a stage or something, not lose, I'm like, dang it. You know what I'm saying? Our consciousness has the ability to project out into certain things that are obviously not us. And you would never say that you're the video game character, right? But, nevertheless, what happens to that character while you immerse yourself into it, the feelings arise as if it's actually you. And the same thing with the TV show. If you're fully invested to a TV show and there's a character in there and something happens to that character, emotions arise as if it's happened to you. And the same thing with reading books, novels and stuff. If something happens to that character, it happened to you. I'll bring that analogy back to the flesh that we inhabit. As I said before, and as you get deeper into meditation, you quickly realize that you're not this hunk of flesh. You're the watcher of the experience of the hunk of flesh. But nevertheless, things that happen to this hunk of flesh, or the video game character, or the TV show, if you're fully immersed with it, you will have issues with when things happen to it. So real quick, all your whole entire life, you've been building this neuroplasticity of identifying with the flesh. They gave you a name. They told you what you were going to be, or it was like they asked you what you were going to be, and they said you need to be here. This whole thing, like you've built neuroplasticity and neurogenesis towards that identity. What meditation helps you to do is to build new neural pathways with neurogenesis, because it stimulates neurogenesis and neuroplasticity to essentially almost disidentification with the hunk of flesh. So one meditation session is not going to cure this. You've built this for however long that you've been dealing with this life. So you've gone for, I don't know how long, depending on how old you are, without adaptive meditation, you've built neural pathways of identifying with the body. So I'm not saying it's going to take that exact long with meditating, but understand that what we're doing here is we're trying to build a muscle, so to speak. And there's no way you're going to hop into the gym on your first day and bench press 500 pounds. Not to say that with meditation that we're working towards 500 pounds. We're unlimited here. But it's the concept, hopefully, that resonates. This is something that you have to keep working on, and it will get rough. You will come up to certain struggles, but don't let that stop you. Now, to go into the technique that I'm starting to use now is I'm going into the certain things that will cause me to be fully immersed with either happy or sad or frustrating. Like I'm consciously conjuring that thought. Like stuff that's going on at work or whatever the case may be with my father's health. And I'm conjuring that thought. And when I have it, I'm just watching it. So I'm using a technique of mindful meditation to come up with the certain future events that I think that's going to happen. That's going to go negative, such as him eventually passing away. I mean, he turns 89 actually tomorrow. Tomorrow's his birthday, or just his Alzheimer's getting worse, or just things rolling off the rails at work or something. Now I'm consciously conjuring those thoughts, because what was happening is as I would start to have mindful awareness, and I'm just waiting for the thought to arrive. The thoughts were running from me. It was almost like I had achieved a quote unquote blank mind. I literally was trying to, I was like, all right, so allow something to come up, and it wouldn't come up. I'm like, what in the world? All right, so I know how to get it to come. I'll focus on a certain sensation. I'll wrap my awareness around that. And then other thoughts will come up. I'm like, no, it's not the other thoughts that's the problem. It's these particular thoughts that's changing my mood. So, like I said, I would conjure either a happy thought, because happy thoughts are the same thing. I don't want to be a slave to my thoughts. I don't want like a thought to arise and that can make me happy, or another negative thought that will arise and that will make me sad. So I'm consciously conjuring things that will alter my mood, and instead of immersing myself and getting lost in the thought, I'm just aware of them. Because, like I said, it's not the sensations of my body that are the problem, it's the thoughts that arise within the experience. So, hopefully I covered enough, and if you guys have any questions, drop them down below in the comment section. Another thing that came up with me when I was meditating is that I think I'm going to change the direction of the channel. Originally it was just like an autobiography, but now I kind of want to just help people who are also going through the same struggles that I'm going through, and I just want to help liberate you guys, because you don't have to live a life that's full with depression and anger. Like, there is an other alternative where you can be at a calm state and you can just take your life back into your own hands. Because I mean, you came here on this planet to have an experience, and trust me, you didn't want to have a negative and jacked up experience. So hopefully I covered everything, and if you guys have any questions, just leave them in the comment section. It's about 5:15. I have to continue my quest on going to work and meditation. All right, guys, I'm out. Peace.